Hello YouTube and welcome back to a very excited old Flads. I have some big news, some good but some bad at the same time, so you're going to want to listen to that in a minute. However, what I have for you today is what you asked for. This is a playthrough. Now I've come to a compromise, okay? I've not put in absolutely everything. I've put in the majority of everything, so you are going to see me die. I haven't just cut out all the death scenes or anything like that, but I have tried to cut out as much of the lobby scenes and as much as possible, just so that this isn't too tedious, because these game plays are quite long, and I don't really want to subject you to too much of this long stuff. But if you want it, then you got it. Anyway, so the big news. Ghost Recon Future Soldier on PC, which was due to be out tomorrow, has now been moved to the 28th on Steam as a digital download, and or the 29th in Europe on hard copy on PC. This is bad news, and it why UBI are deciding to put us through the ringer on this. Just tell us. I mean, if it isn't ready, it isn't ready, but don't just keep putting back a release date. Give us some more information, because the PC version, I've been looking forward to the PC version ever since I saw this game in beta when I pre-ordered it. I mean, I was always going to get it on Xbox because the PC date was always pushed back, but the PC version was the one I wanted so badly. But they've made a massive blunder. Now I don't know if this is a breakdown in communication at UBI or whether they just don't get on in their different departments, okay? But the second piece of breaking news, and it is good news this time, is that Ghost Recon Online is going to be back on the 18th, which is Monday. Now this is massive news. The Ghost Recon Online, for those of you who didn't see it in my earlier gameplays, is just a fantastic game. It's only in beta at the moment, and there were some bugs and stuff, but it was fantastic and such an enjoyable game, and I can't wait to get back into phase 3 of the beta testing on it as well. And it's free. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. Now hopefully they've ironed out a few of the bugs that were in there, mainly the crouching stroke standing glitch, where you thought you were hidden but you actually appeared to the enemy as standing up, and more importantly a hit detection box followed you in the animation as well. So it was pretty difficult on some levels to actually hide, because you'd think you were safe and you weren't. But anyway, the breakdown in communication between UBI, what were they thinking, moving back the release date to the 29th and then bringing out the third round of beta testing for Ghost Recon Online? Now whether they're going to, because it's out on the 18th again, the beta, and on Future Soldier basically they're moving it out again to the 28th. Maybe they're only going for a 10-day testing period, I don't know. But it's a 1.5 gig download. For those of you that don't know, you can download the client now in preparation. It's a 1.5 gig download, so it's a big download, it's a big patch. So I would imagine they're going to want some pretty thorough testing on it. Now whether they go into 24-hour testing straight off the bat, I don't know. I doubt it, because they were only running 12-hour testing, and then the 24-hour testing went massively wrong for them. But it will be nice to see if they have implemented the changes, and I just cannot wait to get back onto that. But anyway, that keeps you guys up to date as far as that's concerned. Now on to a slightly different topic. The reason why I'm showing you this gameplay, right? This gameplay, okay, is by no means the greatest gameplay, okay, and we didn't win. There's been some real issues with the matchmaking service recently. I don't really know what that's about. I'd have thought they'd have sorted that out. Maybe that's coming out in the patch, but I mean, I've been involved in some games where the teams were fairly evenly matched. I mean, this one was fairly evenly matched, I think. We just didn't get to the objectives, and they played well in and around the objectives. But yesterday I was playing, and I was being put in it seemed I was being put in with very new people. Now, I don't know if the matchmaking system is based on your current form, but I was playing pretty well up before that. Regardless of what the guy in my previous video said, if you haven't seen it, he was less than nice about my gameplay. I didn't really know what else I could have done in that, but never mind. Anyway, we're not talking about that. And yeah, I was getting put in lobbies that were literally, of the 12 people, I must have been ranked a lot higher than everyone else because my scores were twice, 3 times higher than everyone around me. But the team I was in was very, very, very new people. Now I don't mind playing with new people, but it is difficult to get anything going because these guys were running all over the place, not really understanding where anything was, and just sort of getting a feel for the game, as everyone does when they start. Apart from all you pro guys, of course, because you guys rock. Um, but it did quite spoil it. I mean, I was wanting to get a gameplay out for you yesterday, but I couldn't really get out anything. I could have given you a load of gameplays where there was loads of kills and loads of data hacks and stuff, but it would the games themselves were fairly mundane. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. Like it was almost like it was too easy, if you know what I mean. And that's not really what I'm about. I like the more intensive games, and this is exactly what this game was that you're watching right now. This game had a bit of everything. It had kills, it had loads of deaths, it had loads of team play, it had loads of really good gameplay, like some towards the end. I go on a bit of a streak here, but towards the end, we were trying to take a point I think would have won us the match as well, and it all gets very heated. You're going to want to watch that towards the end. And yeah, I prefer this sort of game. I mean, I judge whether I've played well or not on whether we've won or lost, and because we lost, I don't consider it the greatest of results. I'm a born winner. I'm sure many of you that are playing the games can fully relate to that, and I hate losing these games. But at the same time, I thoroughly enjoyed this gameplay, and it was one of the better ones. As I say, the teams felt fairly evenly matched, which was good, and there was a bit more communication. I don't know if you can just catch it on the video itself, but there was a lot more communication. Now, I would be involved in this communication had I not lost the adapter that puts my Turtle Beach headset into my Xbox handset, which is quite annoying because it means I can listen to everyone, but I can't communicate, which is very frustrating, especially when people on your team are trying to communicate as well. I've noticed in the last couple of days that's been improved. Now, there have been no patches from UBI, I don't think, unless they were server side and had no bearing on the final user or the client, as we are. But there does seem to be a lot more chat going on in games, and this is fantastic news. I mean, I did wonder when it was going to happen, when people were actually going to get over the fact that running and gunning doesn't win you the games. But they do seem to it does seem to have improved, and to be honest, the VoIP on here doesn't seem to be too bad at all. I know some people have been having issues with it being a bit jittery and stuff. I don't know whether that's just the lag that's being caused by the faulty servers or not, but who knows. Anyway, it's been nice to be able to play with people that have been talking to you and actually trying to comment on what's been going on, especially the guys that use the UAV. I mean, they are invaluable. If you got a squad and you have a couple of guys that like playing engineer, I mean, if one of them likes going on the data hacks, then fine, use the field computer. But if you can get a guy with the UAV and they'll be talking to you, it makes so much difference. They literally guide you through the enemy position, providing the UAV doesn't get knocked out, of course. But yeah, they'll guide you through the enemy position. It makes life so much easier. I do have a video of that, but the gameplay was I played well in it, but it was one of those games where the guys were very, very new, and I don't know, I didn't enjoy it quite as much as I did this sort of battle. Anyway, so we've got a couple of minutes left just to talk about a few things. Firstly, the schedule. Now, I haven't drawn out an official schedule yet. I know I said I was going to, but I haven't got round to it. Sorry, I can only apologise for that. But I will get that out soon. I am going to start limiting the number of videos that are getting released. Probably down to 3 or 4 a week, maybe 3, I think, is a nice medium. The other thing I wanted to say was thank you so much again for the subscribers that are coming in. We are constantly building as a channel, and this is great. But what I've decided that instead of me telling you for one of the videos on the schedule, what I would like instead is for you to tell me what you would like as a video. Now, I know you've already said you'd like to see more gameplays, but would you like to see a Ghost Recon gameplay once a week? I mean, I may even do, what I think I might do is I might do a quick video, maybe 30 seconds long, and just have a little poll on there and asking people what they'd like to see, whether it be Battlefield. I mean, I could even do Skyrim if you wanted. I loved Skyrim the game, but it's not, I wouldn't consider it a YouTube friendly format. But I've got Battlefield, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Ghost Recon Original, Graw, and Rainbow Six. I mean there are lots of first-person shooters, but if you were to give me a an idea of what you'd like to see as a one-off video, then that would be cool. Anyway, we're now at the end of this video. As I say, it was a defeat. It was a bit of an off score, but it was the most fun I've had for quite some time on Ghost Recon Future Soldier, and that's all important to me. So anyway, I've been Old Flads. Thank you for listening again. Cheers. Bye bye.